I think we had coverage here on KMOX of the pro-police rally. Some of us are a little sick and tired of the protesters that we don't even know what they're protesting out there, that are trying to shut down the police and, you know, throw only insults, venom, and threats at the police. But there are some folks out there trying to support the officers that are out there, and Trish is with me this afternoon. There's a pro-police rally in Ferguson coming up again this Sunday. This one's going to be even bigger. How are you, Trish?
I'm doing wonderful.
I'm so glad that people are participating in events like this. You had one about a week and a half ago, right?
Yes, we did.
And that was, I saw the television coverage of that was pretty successful, I would say.
Yes, it was. We had right at 200 people show up, and we had just a little over 4 days to, you know, get that going. So had a lot of support, a lot of help. A lot of people are, you know, ready to get out there and show our LEO how we feel about them.
When you say LEO, what does that mean?
Law enforcement officers.
I knew that. I just wanted to make sure we didn't lose anyone out there. Yeah, and I think it's important because they've been beaten up quite a bit. You know, Chief Fitch, the former St. Louis County Police Chief, gave me an analogy that I want to use here a few weeks ago. You know, you have, let's say, a situation like the NFL where you've had Ray Rice and Adrian Peterson, and if you would take them, those are horrific, you know, occasions, and people should be outraged by what happened individually, but then you paint with a broad brush, and why wouldn't then people say, well, every player in the NFL is bad because of that? And it's sort of the same thing with cops. There's a few bad cops out there. We've seen some examples. I would not put Darren Wilson in that camp, personally, but all of the police sort of get grouped by a certain amount of people into evil people.
You're exactly right. And so, you know, as a law-abiding citizen, and, you know, there's a lot of people out there who know that that is incorrect information, that the media, I think, sometimes helps paint that picture, but, you know, they have to get the word out there, and, you know, they're reporting, but it's like, we were not seeing any positive information about the police officers, and so, you know, I sat back long enough, and I thought, you got to do something. I'm that type of personality, and so I thought, I'll just start something and see what happens. And I was amazed at the turnout and the support, you know, that people are showing. And then, you know, now we have this next rally. We have over 700 people saying they're showing up, and that's just our Facebook count.
Good for you, and congratulations. Let's get more people there. So tell me and tell my listeners here this afternoon all the details where they can show up on Sunday.
Okay, it is right across from the Ferguson Police Department. The physical address is 222 South Florissant Road, and that's in Ferguson, Missouri. It is at 2 o'clock. On Sunday, and there'll be another smaller, more intimate group showing up after hours, but, you know, the bulk of it, we'll do a Pledge of Allegiance and balloon release right off the bat at 2, so if people want to get there to be a part of that balloon release, then, you know, they need to be there right at 2 o'clock. We're going to try to have it as organized as possible so we can get people in and out of there, because it will be cold.
And Trish, you mentioned the Facebook page. Guide people into that particular page if they want to sort of sign up and find out more, keep track of these events.
Yes, we are. You can find us on Facebook, Rally for the Ferguson Police Department and Community. We also have another group page that we started. It's St. Louis Area Support Our LEO Group, and they can ask to become a member of that group. And that group is, I think, 350 now strong. So, you know, people want to get out there and do this, and I'm just thankful that, you know, I am being used to help with it.
Well, good for you. Like I said, that's great. Trish Dennison, and we'll get people out there. I'm sure you're going to have a great turnout, even though it's going to be a little cold on Sunday. I don't think it's going to be as cold as we've had this week, so that's good. 222 South Florissant Road, Ferguson, 2 o'clock Sunday, right across from the Ferguson Police Department. Good luck keeping me posted on all these events, okay?
Thank you. And if it's okay, I'd like to encourage the residents of Ferguson to get out there and show their support. This is an opportunity for them as well to, get out there and support their community and their local law enforcement officers.
Absolutely. Thanks again, Trish.
Thank you, Mark.
Let me offer a little further inspiration to take part in something like this. There was a great op-ed this morning in the New York Times, a guy by the name of Steve Osborne. He retired as a lieutenant in the New York City Police Department. He's got a new book out coming up, too, called The Job, True Tales from the Life of a New York City Cop. And here's what he wrote. He said, on Sunday at the funeral of the slain New York City police officer Wenjin Liu, his grieving father described how his son would call him at the end of each day's tour of duty just to let him know he was okay. This sort of habit is familiar to many cops. When I was assigned to the Fugitive Division of the New York City Police Department in the 90s, I would get out of bed at 3 o'clock each morning, trying not to wake my wife. I would gently kiss her goodbye and leave for work. By 5 a.m., my team and I would be executing the first of several warrants assigned to us for the day. Mornings are the best time to catch bad guys. We were arresting the most wanted and dangerous criminals in the city, and the work was, to put it mildly, stressful. By 9 a.m., we would be back in our office processing our arrests, and I would call my wife without fail, in case she had overslept, and to let her know that I was okay and still in one piece. Years later, during a tearful venting, my wife confided that those calls were seldom needed to wake her because she was usually lying in bed, tossing and turning and fearing that she would get another kind of call. She couldn't rest until she had word that I was off the streets and safe for another day. I accepted the dangers of police work because I loved doing it and understood its value to society, but I sometimes regret having dragged her into the life with me. The murders of Officer Luda's partner, Officer Rafael Ramos, have hit me and my fellow officers especially